happy Friday, everybody. It is December 12th and time for this week's Friday Funnies. And let me just start off by saying I have never been prouder to be a citizen of Illinois. What better way to demonstrate democracy in this country than to offer up a seat in the United States Senate to any citizen willing to purchase it? No political favors, no smoke-filled back rooms, just good old American currency is all that's required to become one of the driving forces in this country. All I have to say in this matter is that if Governor Blagojevich is convicted and sent to prison, I hope he goes to the same prison where our last governor, George Ryan, is currently serving his sentence for political corruption. Possibly, they could be roommates. As the old saying goes, if you can't do the time, don't run for governor of Illinois. Well, this week's Friday Funnies come to you absolutely free. No political favors are asked. So here we go. You know, I've always been a big fan of Colonel Sanders and his Kentucky Fried Chicken product. But this week, 3 female employees in a KFC restaurant in Anderson, California, have given a new meaning to the word ew. These 3 girls decided it would be a good idea to take a bath in the deep water sink in the restaurant, the one that is normally used to wash the dishes. So as they're frolicking about in their bathtub, they decided to take pictures of themselves and posted them all on MySpace. No, I couldn't find the pictures. But the manager of the restaurant said the girls have been reprimanded. Unfortunately, since the pictures appeared on the internet, he's had a lot of customers coming in trying to be funny by ordering, "I'd like 6 breasts, 6 legs, and a bucket of chicken." You know, let's go from Santa Claus to Kitty's Claus. In Hamilton Township, New Jersey, Santa Claus was visiting a local PetSmart store where people like to bring their pets to have pictures taken with Santa. Well, one of the pets was a 30-pound cat, which was sitting on Santa's lap and didn't like it at all. So he attacked Santa. He bit him and clawed him and ran away, and Santa may now need rabies shots. But if you ask me, he should have seen it coming. I mean, a 30-pound cat? The last 30-pound cat I ever saw was called a puma. All right, it's always good to ask first. I think we all agree with that. Well, in Muncie, Indiana, a woman by the name of Honesty Knight, a 32-year-old woman, was pulled over for a traffic violation. And as the police officer was writing up the paperwork, she asked him, "Is it okay if I smoke?" Well, the police officer gave his permission, so she lit up a joint. I mean, it didn't take too long for the officer to realize that it wasn't a Marlboro, but marijuana that she was smoking, so now he had to do even more paperwork. So as Honesty was waiting to be arrested for possession, she then asked the officer, "You know, I'm a little thirsty. Would you mind if I had some Coke?" All right, finally. In Sarasota, Florida, a guy came home to find out that his apartment had been ransacked and a drunk man was asleep on his living room floor. Well, he called the police, they came over, and the drunk man said he was so drunk that he thought he was in his own apartment. And he only ransacked it because he couldn't find his stuff. Well, this gentleman is now in a much smaller apartment in a gated community, we might say, where he should be keeping a close eye on his cellmates just in case they want to get a look at his stuff. Hey, that's all I have for you this week. I am trying to become the next senator from Illinois. So please, if you don't mind, send in a donation so that I can afford to buy it. We'll see you next week.